station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Hello and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, all the way from the south of Germany. And welcome to INCRadio Central Europe. Quick time check, it is now 8:03 p.m. here in Germany and currently 2 a.m. in the Philippines. So good morning to all our early birds who are tuning in right now. But I am not alone for this broadcast, for I have a co-host for tonight. Hello.
Good evening to everyone. Again, this is Henry Inocencio coming to you all the way from Kaiserslautern, Germany. I am wearing the color red because that's how hot it is in this time of the year. It is summertime and we are experiencing a little bit of a heat wave. And, this red shirt kind of just makes it official. It is pretty hot. Glad to see everyone here.
Yes, and I'm wearing yellow to represent the sun. But now that the summer holidays are approaching and vacation days are in sight, we will dive into the topic of summer budgeting. To talk with us, we have, of course, invited some guests and friends to share their tips and tricks about making the most of this season without breaking the bank. Hello, Adrian.
Hallo, danke für die Einladung. Mein Name ist Adrian Bustos und komme aus der Gemeinde Bonn. Vielen Dank für die Einladung.
Hello, and thank you so much for taking your time to join us here on INCRadio Central Europe. And of course, we want to hear tips and tricks of our viewers and listeners as well. So share in the comments some simple or creative ways you enjoy summer without spending a lot of money. And I can see Brother Mario Calvello already. Good evening po. Happy viewing. Rachel Inocencio. Happy viewing po. Hello po, Alicia, Bartolome, and Desiree Angeles Ordinario. Happy viewing po. Make sure to keep the comments going. But before we continue with our topic, let's play a fun game to break the ice. Henry?
So we are going to break the ice with a game that we commonly play here in our broadcast. I believe it's called I'm Packing My Bag. So how do we play this game? It's a little bit of a memory game to see if we can remember what we are packing in our bag. But in our bag, we are packing other people's stuff. We are taking turns and adding to that bag in a proper order of how it was placed in the bag. So I'm going to start us off by saying what I'm going to pack, and then I'll pass it back to Ali to continue to pack into the bag. So first, we'll keep with the summer theme. So I am packing my bag, and I forgot how it starts, but I'm going to make it up as we go. I'm packing my bag, and I'm bringing with me a water cooler. That's a pretty big bag to fit a cooler, but I'm bringing a water cooler. So go ahead, Ellie. Add the next thing in the bag.
We can use the water cooler to put stuff inside as well. So that's actually not that bad. I'm packing my bag, sorry. And I'm bringing my water cooler. I already forgot. Is it water cooler? And water cooler and water. That should be easy. How about, okay, let's go move on to Adrian.
Okay, jetzt wird es ein bisschen schwierig. Ja, I'm going to pack my water cooler. Das zweite war Water. Und das dritte, was ich tue, ist Sunglasses.
Okay, so I'm gonna say instead of saying packing my bag, I'm packing my water cooler. I think because that water cooler is just too big. So I am packing my bag. I'm just kidding. I'm packing my bag. I am bringing with me my water cooler, my water, or my German Wasser. Did I say it correctly? I'm packing water. I am packing, I don't know how to say sunglasses in German, so sunglasses. And I am packing, oh, I'm going to say something just because my wife hears. I'm going to say, I am packing my wedding ring. Okay, next.
Okay, well, that should be easy. I'm packing my water cooler and I'm putting water inside, my sunglasses, and my wedding ring. Move on to Adrian.
You forgot to add your own thing into the bag.
Oh, see, yeah, okay. Oh, okay, wait. I'm packing my water cooler, my water, sunglasses, my wedding ring, and an extra t-shirt.
And for the record, Ali has no wedding ring. It's mine in there, so there's nothing there. Okay, continue.
So, get up. Okay. I'm going to pack my water cooler, water, sunglasses. Oh, the fourth I'm gonna pronounce it. Sorry for my English. No, I'm out. Ich weiß nicht, wie das auf Deutsch heißt. Keine Ahnung, weiß ich nicht. Ich habe schon vergessen, Entschuldigung.
I'm gonna
Okay.
help you, bro. I'm gonna help you. It's something I gave to my wife, or my wife gave to me.
Ist das Ring auf Deutsch? Ah, okay, Ring. Das hat der Alexander ja angepackt. Ah, extra T-Shirt. Haha. Haha. Und ich packe Sachs. Oder auf Deutsch Socken.
Okay, are we back at me now? Okay, so we have a pretty full water cooler. So I'm packing my water cooler, my Wasser mit Gas. Is that okay? And then sunglasses, my wedding ring, my t-shirt, extra t-shirt. It's not just a t-shirt, but an extra t-shirt, and my uh, I want to say socks in German, but I'm not sure, so I will just say socks. And I'm also bringing my is it, iced coffee. Can I say that? Is that the actual shop, or I'm thinking of iced coffee, not iced coffee. Okay, I'll just say iced coffee. So I'm adding an iced coffee to that. Next.
Okay, our water cooler is very, very full. Let me try. I'm packing my water cooler, my water, oder mein Wasser. And for those who want to be Germanized, there's sparkling water oder Sprudelwasser. And then sunglasses or Sonnenbrille. Then Henry's wedding ring. I don't have a wedding ring. um, in German, it's Hochzeitsring. Hochzeitsring? Yeah, Hochzeitsring. And extra shirt, socks, iced coffee or iced coffee, and a hair tie. Very simple. Hair tie. What's that in German? Adrian, help.
Keine Ahnung, wie das auf Deutsch heißt.
Haargummi. Haargummi. Ein Haargummi. Pack doch ein Haargummi dazu.
So, also jetzt ist eine große Herausforderung. I'm going to pack my water cooler, water. Then it was me, sunglasses. Then it was Henry again, my ring. And Alexandria extra T-shirt. I guess. And me, I what was the what did what did I put? Oh, oh I lost my I lost my ich habe meine Reihenfolge verloren.
I think that's a good place to say that our bag is fully packed. Yeah, our bag is packed, or our water
Yeah.
cooler is packed. We have everything that we can remember, and it's a pretty long list. I mean, we have water in there, we have coffee in there, uh, we have a hair tie, which my hair is too short to have a hair tie, and someone else's. But we have enough in our bag to begin our topic conversation for today. So this is a good way to start. Our topic for today is basically we realize it's summertime. It's summertime, and a lot of us feel that need, maybe even the pressure, to make the most of the summer. But sometimes when we think of summer, it's a break, but does it have to break the bank? Does it have to be so expensive? Uh, what are we looking for in the summer? What are we trying to achieve in the summer? So we're going to talk about that today. And Ali, how do you want to start off this topic conversation for today?
I want to ask actually by starting with Adrian. What are some simple or creative ways you enjoy the summer season without spending a lot of money? Auf Deutsch, wie verbringst du deinen Sommer ohne groß oder viel Geld auszugeben? Also in welcher Art und Weise verbringst du deinen Sommer?
Also ich kann schon mal klar sagen, wenn man nicht viel Geld ausgeben möchte, sollte man früh buchen wie möglich. Und was ist der Grund dafür? Je früher man bucht, desto günstiger kriegt man Flugtickets oder sonstige Sachen, damit man viel Geld gespart hat. Das kann ich schon mal zu den Zuschauern sagen. Kurz und knapp, frühzeitig buchen wie möglich.
Yes, that is a very, very simple way to enjoy the summer without breaking the bank is by simply booking early or planning ahead, because the earlier you plan or the earlier you book, the flights are cheaper and also the accommodations. Am I right, Henry?
Yeah, planning is definitely the way to go for the summer. If everyone is planning and wanting to go to the same place that you want to go to, the only way to get your spot is to go before them and to plan before them and to book before them. So the earlier that you book, the earlier that you're able to find exactly what you want to do. You That's really the only way uh, s- to save, because the longer you wait, the more competition you have, and then the prices will go up, and next thing you know, well, there won't be any seats left. So maybe you'll save that way. If you do want to save, there's going to be so much competition that you can't go anymore. Otherwise, if you really want to go, it's really highly suggested to plan ahead, to book as early as possible.
On that note, Henry, which low cost activities are your favorite during the season?
So during the season, my family and I, we like to, um, or actually, let me put it this way: our family is out of season travelers. So during the during the low peak times is when me and my family like to go on vacations. So when everyone's out in the summer, going to all these hot spots, my family and I will stay closer to home and do smaller day trips. Uh, we won't go so far because everyone's going to the same places. So we'll wait till the season starts to die down, and then we'll go out because that's when the prices will be much lower. So we are more what's the word? If I can say homey, we stay home a lot during the summer. We go closer to home, or we venture not too far away, so we don't have to stay anywhere overnight. And when we do that, we're not spending a lot for hotels, for lodging. We're not spending for tickets to travel too far because everyone's also using the airport. So yeah, we are. If you want to say it, summer is a state of mind. Uh, we don't travel too much in the summer. We make our summer happen during the fall or even in the early winter because that's when nobody else wants to go. So that's when we go out. But also, I just wanted to bring out there are some comments coming in from our viewers. If I can point this out, we have Eva Marie saying it's refreshing to be reminded that summer joy doesn't have to come with a high price tag. Sometimes the simplest moments bring the most happiness. Hashtag Hamburg. Do you have a response to that, Ali? How does that, from what Eva said about it doesn't have to be such a high price tag? What are your comments on that?
I totally agree with that, because you can spend summer as in your home as well. You can make your own ice cream, for example, or you don't have to go so far. You can also just explore your own city, by just walking, which does not cost any money. Or if you have a bike, you can, and if you know how to bike, you can ride your bike around the city, or go to a park and have a nice afternoon there with your family, maybe a picnic, or read a book. Or there's so many activities that you can do that are low on cost or cost effective, and so many activities where you don't have to break the bank. So I totally agree with Afa that summer joy doesn't have to come with a high price tag. Thank you so much for the many comments. I have one more comment from your wife, Henry. From Rachel Inocencio. She said, "We also love family movie night at home. Make our own dinner and popcorn for snack. Hashtag Heidelberg, hashtag Kaiserslautern, hashtag Stuttgart, and hashtag Schwäbisch Hall." That is also one way to spend the summer and spend also family time together, by just having a movie night, or making food at home. Or if you don't want to make food at home, you can also buy food from outside. But we're speaking of low cost, so of course, making food at home is cheaper, and of course it plays a role in family bonding as well. Now let's ask Adrian, what are your favorite low cost activity, especially during the summer? Welche sind deine Lieblingsaktivitäten oder die kostengünstig sind während dem Sommer, also während dieser Jahreszeit?
Naja, Alexandria, günstig eher nicht, aber ich habe es genossen. Und zwar letztes Jahr war ich in Italien gewesen, in der Hauptstadt Rom, und war dort zum ersten Mal dort gewesen und habe viele Freunde von sozialen Medien persönlich kennengelernt nach vielen Jahren, und vor allem eine Person, die ich seit 6 Jahren schon kenne, und habe sie zum ersten Mal persönlich gesehen. Und sie hat sich natürlich gefreut, mich zu sehen. Und ja, sie und ihre Freundin waren auch dabei gewesen, haben mir die Stadt gezeigt und sind mit mir rumgegangen. Und wir hatten viel Spaß gehabt. Und Rom war ein sehr schönes Erlebnis, vor allem für mich das erste Mal.
So for our non-German speakers, Adrian told us about his trip to Rome, which was actually his first time traveling alone to Rome. And while he was there, he met his friends, online friends, social media friends that he has known for over 6 years. And he really enjoyed that trip because it was also a leap of faith for him. No, because it's his first time traveling alone, especially outside Germany. What is your comment on that, Henry?
So as a family man, when someone solo travels, it's basically the uh the best way to not break the bank because you're only paying for yourself. So That's a great feeling. I'm sure to be able to travel like that, um, and to have that 100% focus on your adventures. When as a head of a household, I have to divide my attention by four. So that's to myself and to my family, and then whatever I have left is on the big mountain in front of me. So solo traveling is great. Solo traveling is a really great way to explore, and to not break the bank. Um, when we travel as a family, there's a lot more planning involved, a lot more uh, careful budgeting involved. So for those who are able to solo travel, that's one of those things that to enjoy while you still can. Um, though when you get a family as well, I mean, there's always pros and cons when you're with a family. That those are the memories that you have with your family as time goes by. So it just requires um, a little bit more strategic, uh, uh, a strategic plan to do your traveling. It's not something that you can just say, "I want to do this today," and you go. That's what solo travelers can. So I'm glad Adrian can really enjoy all of those. Let me just look at some comments, other comments that came in. Other things to do. Swimming is free. If you're by a lake, swimming doesn't cost anything. So Linda Calvello says swimming in different lakes in Berlin saves a lot of money than going to swimming pools. Hashtag Berlin, hashtag Meissen. And then there was also mentions of Sharon Pinweco. I love eating halo halo or mixed fruits during the summer. So sometimes you don't have to go anywhere except go to wherever you eat your desserts. And also Mario Cavello also says summertime ice cream. So again, solo traveling and finding ways to enjoy without breaking the bank. Our viewers are thank you for contributing to our conversation. What other questions do we have, Ali?
I want to know want to know from Adrian, because he mentioned that it's his first time traveling solo last year, and it was also his first time in Rome, in the capital of Italy. Can you share with us a fun memory or activity that cost very little but meant a lot to you? Auf Deutsch, kannst du uns äh, kannst du uns eine persönliche Aktivität teilen, die du in Rom durchlebt hast, was zwar nicht viel gekostet hat, aber dir persönlich viel bedeutet hat?
Also, es hat viele Gründe, nämlich, ja, Rom hat viele Sehenswürdigkeiten, ne? Und vor allem war ich an dem Monat, wo es sehr, sehr heiß war. Es war so über 40 Grad, was ich erleben musste. Es war sehr, sehr heiß. Für mich zum ersten Mal so eine Erfahrung zu haben. Ja, und sehr schöne Stadt, sehr viel Historie. Und wir waren auch nicht in Rom gewesen, wir waren auch in Neapel unterwegs gewesen. Und das Schönste an Neapel ist, wir waren mit meinen Freunden, die ich persönlich kennengelernt habe, auf Bootsfahrt gewesen. Und es war sehr schön, auch sehr angenehm und auch sehr sonniges Wetter, auch heißes Wetter, aber ich habe mich daran schon angewöhnt. Und es war auch sehr wackelig. Natürlich war es so ungewöhnlich, weil es für mich das erste Mal ist, mit dem Boot zu fahren. Und das war ein sehr schönes Erlebnis und nicht zu vergessen. Auch was ich nie vergessen werde an dem Tag, was geschehen ist. Ich seit 6 Jahren soziale Medien bin ich mit meiner Freundin zusammengekommen in Italien. Und das ist meine erste Beziehung.
Oh, that is so sweet. So Adrian shared with us that after 6 years, as you mentioned earlier, that he met his friends in Italy, and not only his social media friends, but he also got together with his girlfriend, and they together visited the city of Naples, where they went on a boat. All of them, the whole friend group, and he did enjoy the weather, the very nice history of the city, and the city itself. And for him, that was a big adventure. Very nice. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Um, Now, since you travel solo or you found solo traveling for yourself, how do you budget or plan ahead for outings, trips, or personal time or family time even during the summer? Auf Deutsch, wie planst du deine Ausflüge, Reisen oder deine persönliche Zeit im Sommer ein?
Also nicht so wirklich, Alessandria. Also wenn ich mit meiner Familie irgendwo reisen, dann geht es mehr auf den Philippinen. Ich bin eher der Solo-Reisende oder Reisender und vor allem auch ein Frühbucher, aber in manchen Situationen kann ich nicht vermeiden, früh zu buchen, weil ich bin eher der plötzlich doch buchen möchte, weil ich bestimmten Gründen dahin fliegen möchte. Ja, also bei manchen Situationen für mich als Frühbucher kann ich gar nicht früh buchen, aber Hauptsache macht mir die Reise Spaß und wenn es um die Kosten geht, dann sollte ich keine Gedanken darüber machen.
Das ist eine sehr gute Einstellung. For Adrian, he said that for him, he does plan ahead, but most of the time it's just a spontaneous booking, since it's just spontaneous. Oh, do I want to go to this place? Do I want to go to visit this place? And he just books when he feels like he wants to go to a certain place, which is quite the opposite from what Henry is doing. Now, I do want to know how Henry budgets or plans ahead for his outings, especially since you have a family.
So like I mentioned, I'm a out of season traveler. Uh, I don't like to go the same time as a lot of others do, and it's not because it's not the right time. It's just not the right time when you're trying to save your money. So as an out of season traveler, we like to go when it's not peak season. So some of the theme parks it gets busier around certain times of the year. Those are the times not to go. If we are gonna go there, we go when there's uh, not so many travelers going to that spot. It may not always have the most seasonal or the major attractions, and even some of these locations might be closed. But for our family, it's going to those locations uh, that have a lot of other things besides just one thing. And so we plan around when it is best for us and what we can afford. Uh, we don't need to spend that amount of money to go to those times in the worst conditions, financially speaking, the worst conditions. And so we have to be very careful when we travel. So we do a lot of day trips. Instead, we go to places where we don't have to stay overnight, and we can come back on the same day. Sometimes we can come back just in time for dinner at home to save even more money. And so I'll read this comment as well because this is another way to strategize. From Cheryl, call summer is the most loved season of the year. There are a lot more outdoor activities during summer without breaking your wallet. And so that's actually something me and my family have been doing. It's going to the park a lot. For me, I like to play a lot of basketball. For my children, after not being able to go outdoors during the winter, now they're able to enjoy the playground equipment. And sometimes it's there's no one there, so we get to enjoy the park all to ourselves. While myself, I can play basketball. My wife can do laps around the basketball court. So there are ways to make the most of places where you don't even have to spend anything at all. And I think as a family, uh, 0 times 4 is going to be 0. So we save even more when we try to make the most of our summer without even spending it.
Yes, and I do have a very fitting comment for that. It's from Sister Eva Marie Krause. She said, appreciate this topic tonight, po. It's not always about doing more. Sometimes it's about noticing what's already around you. Time with loved ones and a bit of creativity go a long way. Hashtag Hamburg. And another comment from Sister Cheryl Kahl. To those who want to enjoy more but want to spend less, there's a certain place where to make the most of the summer memories. Go to a place where less spots, but beautiful and enjoyable. Very, very nice tips po. I do have another comment from Mario Calvelo. Biking, hiking, or walking is good for summertime. Hashtag Berlin, hashtag Meissen. And another comment from SV Gutierrez. Budgeting your money is the key to having enough. Another comment from there's so many comments. I would want let's greet everyone po. Let's greet Sister Apple Rose, Brother Mario Calvelo, Sister Nanette Catalan, Sister Rachel Muyon, Sister Annalyn Luman. Make sure to keep your comments going po, and we will be right back here on INCRadio.
This is INC Radio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Business-minded ka ba? Gusto mo bang matuto ng iba't ibang livelihood opportunities? Halina at sama-sama tayong matuto tungo sa pag-asenso. Dito sa programa ng Eastern Visayas Satellite Studio ay ating matututuhan ang pamamaraan at iba't ibang oportunidad. Kaya tutok na at dudurungan kita na mag-aram yan umuswag. Dito lang sa Eastern Visayas Satellite Studio tuwing Miyerkules alas 8 ng gabi, Philippine Standard Time.
Yes, anak. I didn't do well in my math test today. I know you want me to do better. I'm really sorry.
Oh, Mia, thank you for telling me. That was very brave of you.
You're not mad?
Of course not, anak. I'm really proud of you for telling me. And now we can work together to improve. That's what family is for.
You know, Mia, whenever you feel worried or scared, you can always talk to us. But there's always someone else you can talk to.
Who? Our Lord God. He's always there to listen, whatever you're feeling.
Trust and honesty are the foundation of a strong family. When we share our worries and feelings with those who love us and with our Almighty God, we'll always find comfort and guidance. Remember, you are never alone.
Welcome back to our INC Radio Central Europe broadcast. Hope everyone is having a pleasant evening. We've been talking about trying to enjoy the summer without breaking the bank. And we've had a very great conversation. And we've had a lot of good tips on how we can enjoy our summer without breaking the bank. So now we are moving on to one of our favorite segments where we get to continue to learn the language in Germany. German is fun to be led by our favorite Miss Malou. Guten Tag.
German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß. Hello everyone. Hallo zusammen. Welcome to German is fun. Willkommen zu Deutsch macht Spaß. I'm Marilu Francisco bringing you another fun session of learning basic German. Today on German is Fun, Deutsch macht Spaß, we'll learn what to say when ordering ice cream at the ice cream parlor. Ice cream in German, you still remember? Eis. ice. We'll learn what to say when ordering ice cream at the ice cream parlor. Let's begin by saying, "Excuse me," Entschuldigung, Entschuldigung. I would like to have. Ich hätte gern. Ich hätte gern. Ich hätte gern for I'd like to have. A scoop of ice cream. Scoop, Kugel. A scoop of ice cream. Eine Kugel Eis. Eine Kugel Eis. Eine Kugel Eis. In a cone, please. In der Waffel, bitte. In der Waffel, bitte. And sometimes you'd like to have your ice cream in a cup. In a cup, in German, im Becher, bitte. In a cup, please. Im Becher, bitte. Im Becher, bitte. Did you get it? Sehr gut, wunderbar. German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß. And now, let's put the words and phrases that we just learned. Let's begin by saying, "Excuse me," Entschuldigung, Entschuldigung. Ich hätte gern, ich hätte gern eine Kugel Eis, eine Kugel Eis. In der Waffel, bitte. In der Waffel, bitte. Entschuldigung, Entschuldigung. Ich hätte gern eine Kugel Eis im Becher, bitte. Ich hätte gern eine Kugel Eis im Becher, bitte. Say the ice cream flavor that you want. Do you want chocolate? Chocolate. Mango? Mango. Vanilla? Vanilla. Well, there are so many ice cream flavors. You can simply point at the ice cream flavor that you want. Now, it's time to order my ice cream. Entschuldigung, ich hätte gern 2 Kugeln Eis in der Waffel, bitte. Einmal Vanille und einmal Erdbeere. Danke. German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß. Well, that's all for today on German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß. Thank you for joining me. Danke fürs Zuschauen und danke, dass ihr dabei wart. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Here is Malou Francisco saying, vielen Dank. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss. German is fun. Deutsch macht Spaß.
Vielen Dank, Frau Malou, for teaching us new words and phrases in German oder auf Deutsch. And to our dear viewers and listeners, if you're interested in learning more German vocabulary, you can search on YouTube INCRadio DZEM German is Fun, and there you can rewatch all the German is Fun episodes. And of course, the District of Central Europe remains being active in their many activities. And in the last week, there were fun and exciting activities. And we have here today Brother Scott. Hello po.
Hello, sister. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone, and we welcome you to the CFO in Action. On behalf of the brethren in the Christian Family Organizations, we'd like to acknowledge our brethren who are united in activities launched by the church administration. And we could see here the pictures that we will be showing to you, beloved brethren, is from the local congregation of Berlin, Germany. Our brethren in the Binhi organization in their unity in the board games that they had. And it is very important to have activities like this as the Binhi organization, where our brethren ranges from 12 years old to 17 years old to stay active in this time. We know that there's a lot of influencers out there but as basic as board games, it kind of resets us or brings us back to how life was without the internet or the media nowadays. But we know media, with due respect, is very important. But we thank you once again, the brethren there in the local congregation of Berlin, in their unity and activities like this. And we continue to ask our brethren who are connected that we may continue to do our best to support activities like this, launched by the Christian Family Organization. Sister Alessandra?
Thank you, Brother Scott, for showing us the activities that we're having in our district. And that's actually a great thing to see because, as you saw in those pictures for those in our chat, they didn't go very far to continue to enjoy their summer. They really just enjoyed each other's presence and playing simple board games. And if you are a competitive person in board games, you will really have a good time. Uh, no, in any season, summer, winter, playing chess or playing any type of game that really challenges your mind and brings you closer as a family, especially those family board games. So let's go back to Adrian, and Ali. You can translate in Deutsch if you have to. What's one tip that you would like to give to our chat as to how to save money during this summer, but still want to enjoy the summer?
Und ich springe wieder ein für Deutsch. Welchen Tipp würdest du uns oder unseren Zuhörern und Zuschauern geben, zu versuchen, also der versucht, Geld zu sparen, aber trotzdem den Sommer zu genießen?
Ja, es gibt viele Möglichkeiten. Entweder man macht eine Deutschlandreise, was nah ist, zum Beispiel für mich in Bonn gibt es Möglichkeiten, nach Luxemburg zu reisen oder nach Koblenz, was auch nicht so weit ist. Oder man hat auch die Möglichkeit, auch nach Belgien, Niederlande, was auch nicht so weit ist. Also Dänemark, so rund, was neben Deutschland ist, kann man mit dem Zug oder mit dem Auto fahren. Da hat man Flugkosten gespart zum Beispiel. Bei Auto hat man ja Ticket ja gespart, aber auf andere Seite muss man ja Tankgeld noch daran denken. Das wäre Optionen. Oder wenn man weit reisen möchte, wie ich, also es nicht so wirklich weit reisen, früh buchen. Das sind Optionen, was ich euch empfehlen kann.
Yes, those are very, very nice tips and useful tips. Adrian shared with us that if you want to still enjoy the summer and want to go traveling, you can always travel within Europe or traveling near, doing a German tour, taking the train instead of flying, or even taking the car to have a fun family bonding moment like Henry does when he's out with his family. Of course, not during the summer season, during their own summer season when they travel. And what's your take on that, Henry?
Um, so I think let's refocus into saying that uh when it's summertime, let's try to ask the question, what really are we trying to do? Are we trying to have the most fun? Are you trying to try to escape the day-to-day stress? Are we trying to go to somewhere we've never been before? Or are we really just trying to recharge ourselves? Because there are many ways to recharge ourselves and to bring us back to a state of mind where you're ready to go back to your day-to-day job, your responsibilities, your the things that you need to do to sustain yourself. So when we try to have too much fun and then we come back, we have nothing. We use up all of our resources. Then, did you really recharge? Well, what did you gain? You lost a lot because we didn't plan anything. Because there was a lot of strategy that's supposed to go into enjoying the season. But if we enjoy ourselves too much, when we come back, you won't really enjoy being back because you'll have nothing left, right? So there's a lot of things that we have to take into consideration. Um, and we had a lot of tips earlier of those who enjoy their summer in so many different ways. There are so many ideas. And really, I think that the questions we need to ask to ourselves and to those, if we have a family, what are we trying to do? Are we trying to bond as a family? Are we trying to reward ourselves because we work so hard during the non-summer season? Um, I think sometimes we need to shift our mindset to value the experience over the expenses. So sometimes you don't have to spend so much to get the value that you seek. Sometimes we just have to plan and think about exactly what we're trying to accomplish. Uh, because you can make so much more or get so much more out of a well planned vacation. And you don't have to go very far. If you want to go very far, I'm sure you'll make a lot of plans to do it in the most cost saving way. And if you're just not able to for any reason, sometimes like we saw in our CEU in action, the activities that they had, sometimes all you need to be is in great company, especially with your fellow brethren. You can participate in the activities of the church. There are enough that we can do with just the people that you love that it doesn't require uh, breaking the bank. And that's what our topic is for today. Our topic is not to break the bank, to look at your wallet and see nothing there. Uh, our topic is basically to remind all of us that there's much more value to enjoying your summer without having to face the pressure of this world to spend so much, but maybe get so much back in value just by planning and planning accordingly and thinking about the people who you want to spend your summer with. I hope that makes sense. Ellie, does that make sense? I really tried to put a little message there for to help people not break the bank.
Yes, definitely. Because having a good time doesn't, or making memories doesn't always require spending a lot of money. And just because it is the summer season, we don't have to travel far, go to this place. But we can also, like you mentioned, like Henry mentioned, we can spend it with our family, with the brethren in our locale, join the many activities, or as Sister Malou commented, simply go to the mall if you want to cool down for the aircon. And I totally agree with you on that, Henry. It really is about your value in valuing experiences more over expenses. Of course, it's always nice to travel to new places, visiting new places, and seeing different cultures. But sometimes the most valuable experiences that we have are always the ones we share with our loved ones. Am I right, Henry?
Definitely. That's exactly the way I would say it. So that's a good way to end our topic conversation because we are coming to a close with our broadcast. And so at this time, this is when we get to see from our last week's broadcast who were the clusters who had participated the most. And so now let us see, Kuya Tech, our top three clusters.
Third place, Hamburg Cluster. Second place, Heidelberg Cluster. First place, Berlin Cluster.
And congratulations, because I've noticed that our top three clusters have changed and have shifted a little bit. So now we're seeing a little bit more variety in our viewers. And I'd like to thank all of those uh, who are participating. There's a competition now. Of course, we will never beat Berlin. Berlin will always be up there. But who will fight for second and third place? I know last week it wasn't Heidelberg. It wasn't Hamburg. So there's a little bit of a, if we can say, comment battle going on right now. But we are glad to see that. That's very nice competition. Are there any more comments that we can read, Ali, before we start to close our broadcast?
Yes, I have one more from Sister Malou Francisco. She said, writing memories, creating photo books and AV books featuring previous travels, bringing back memories, my way of spending my holiday at home. That's another great tip for spending or summer activities that you can do that are low on costs. And another comment from Sis Lynn Schmidt, guten Abend po Maresa, hashtag Berlin, hashtag Meissen. Another comment po from Brother Gerd Luhmann. Hello to my beautiful beloved wife, Sis Annelien Luhmann, and my two poggy sons, Lucas and Liam. I love you. 3 best regards from Brother Gerd from the local of Berlin, hashtag Meissen. Shout out po to the Luhmann family. And another comment po from Leonardo De Vera. Good evening po mga kapatid. Hashtag Hamburg. Do you see more comments, Henry?
I see comments. It's just that it's moving so fast that I can't read them. So I'm just gonna say thank you to everyone who is participating in our chat and who continues to always participate. Dedicating their Sunday 8 p.m. to INC Radio Central Europe, because this is where we're in our district. We're a very big district. We're far apart from each other. We don't see each other regularly, but when they see your names on there, and this is the connection that we have, and that's what this is all about. INC Radio Central Europe connections, and we'll fill you in later why that term is so important. INC Radio Central Europe connections. I'll say that again. And so now we've come to the point of our broadcast where it's shout out time. So let's start with Brother Adrian. Who would you like to say hello to?
Also vor allem möchte ich auf jeden Fall zum Resident Minister, Bruder Christian Reynoso, grüßen. Also Boca Christian, danke fürs Zuschauen, Po. Und vor allem die Brüder und Schwestern aus Berlin möchte ich herzlich guten Abend wünschen. Danke fürs Zuschauen, dass ihr bei INCRadio teilgenommen habt. Und einen möchte ich gerne grüßen aus Rotterdam zum Bruder Justin Wolstoll. Belated Happy Birthday. And wish you the best, and also for your family. And hopefully we will see us again. And also, to our district minister, Brother Joel Catalan, and also his family, and also our assistant district minister, Brother Jake Aaron Eddick. Salamat po, danke schön, dass ich hier sein darf. Herzlichen Dank.
Thank you, Brother Adrian, for joining our broadcast today. What about Brother Scott? Since we still have you here on the line, Brother, who would you like to say your special greetings to before we close our broadcast?
Yes, Brother Henry. Thank you, brethren who were able to support it. Sister Alessandra, Brother Henry, and Brother Adrian. We'd like to say a shout out to our brethren here in the district of Central Europe, and we'd like to say happy birthday to those who are celebrating. Thank you, brethren, for your support and your unity.
Hey, and Ali, real quick, who are your shout outs to?
I want to shout out, of course, Brother Adrian and Brother Scott for joining us tonight. And shout out to everyone who watched INC Radio tonight. I also want to shout out my the local of Munich, and all the district Kadiwa officers and district multimedia officers. Shout out as well to our Assistant District Minister, Brother Jake Eddick, and to our District Minister, Brother Joel Catalan. Back to you, Henry.
And we'd like to use this time to make a shout out to our to thank our INC Media Productions Chief, Brother Montrevel Boy. Thank you to our INC Radio Station Manager, Brother Wally Taray. Thank you to our CFO Coordinator, Brother Ralph Francis de Esquera. And thank you to our Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Angelo Iranio Manalo. And most importantly, thank you to the church administration and our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Thank you all to who have watched and who have listened to our broadcast tonight. Thank you for joining INC Radio Central Europe. We hope you all have a pleasant evening, and we hope to see you again next week. Bye, everyone.